Cloud9 down to the last ban. Take a second and say, okay, Leona as well. A lot of engage removed from Coast here. Daydream pulling 2 bans. Shifter pulling none.
Interesting. So Soraka and Renekton both still up here. Which one? Daydream is just cracking up here. They're trying to decide on the last one.
They're a jovial bunch. Got jokes they've got laughs. So Renekton is available for balls right now. Also, High's Soraka is up. Not anymore. That's going to get banned. Cloud9. Is it the lane bully top lane? Is it the Lucian here for Sneaky? It is. So Wiz Fusion's going to lose a champion in his main pool as well.
They're not really scared about Zion taking that away. However, Zion has been trending towards Shyvana and Renekton, those types of tanky champions that he's not really known for. He's been going back to them over and over, trying to get the team more in a meta style of champion select.
You see right here, actually, Nintendo and Zion are sharing a notebook. I feel like a lot of teams have learned from this. I actually see a lot more teams bringing these binders in. I mean, Zion graduated from high school, still can't lose the 3-ring binders.
There's not a lot written on that page, at least.
I feel like 2 pick and ban trees, basically. That's the limit of it. The Lee Sin, the Evelyn, gonna come through here. So Nintendo getting his pick of jungler. Zion for the top Lee Sin.
Yeah, they'll probably just hold right onto those champions, picking for themselves there. Nintendo, interesting pick with the Evelyn. I like taking that away from Meteos because it makes invading a jungle even easier. As Evelyn, he can bypass all the wards in order to get his own vision wards down in your jungle. So they're taking away one piece that Cloud9 used to get that deep jungle vision very early.
We'll see if they can make this one happen here. I mean, I remember Nintendo had an Evelyn game, I think it was yesterday, maybe the day before, but he had gone for Spectral Wraith and Sork Shoes, a very low durability, high attempted burst build. I think you were talking to me about that.
Not really a big fan of the magic damage Evelyn in this day and age. We'll see if he goes back to it.
Well, see what the build ends up being. Of course, Karma comes through for Lemonation. No Corki this time, so Karma Lucian instead. Had the option, didn't want it. Chose to steal a champion away instead. High is going to have Gragas. That could go to balls. He's played it once before this season. See if they go back to that another time here, but taking their time with a lot of these picks overall.
Yeah, last time they ran Gragas in the top lane with balls, they had a LeBlanc mid, and that does not work out. Gragas and LeBlanc are the most vulnerable to an enemy team stacking Banshee Veils, and if they mess up the mid game at all, which they did, then the other team stacking all those Banshees means it's very, very difficult for them to close out.
Yeah, you and I were talking to Skara off camera a little bit about the top lane Gragas players, and he's like, yeah, when you go to mid lane, you go to mid game, like Gragas is all about like what you do when you hit 2 big items, what you can do with them. And he said the big thing you have to do with Gragas is just ult for damage. Forget about where they go. Just use the death cap burst to get health bars down and just win the fight with damage output. We'll see if that ends up being the case here for Cloud9. But Caitlyn Annie is the grabs for Coast with an AD carry picked up and 2 support spams with the go for it.
Instant picks up here as well for Cloud9, locking in the Nocturne and Renekton. They do save that Renekton pick till much later. Weren't worried about Zion taking it away. And the Meteos Nocturne, we haven't seen it in a while, but it is definitely one of his favorite champions. He pulled it out at Worlds a long time ago.
Yeah.
I have to see. I don't know. I like it with Gragas because you can split them up. You don't have to use it just for the damage. If you get a good one to split up the team, then you can turn off the lights with Nocturne, and nobody knows which way to run.
Well, we'll see which way Coast is going to run. LeBlanc picked up for the mid lane here. Shifter going to be wanting to deal a whole bunch of damage in these matchups. And honestly, you've got fairly aggressive lanes on all sides. Lee Sin and Renekton, they're going to be fighting a whole lot. LeBlanc Gragas is going to be an aggressive one as well. They'll kill minions and each other rather rapidly. Lucian, Caitlyn among the AD carries also. Good laners here, so honestly, I feel like this is a game where there's going to be a lot of action early on, and we'll figure out who gets a lead pretty early on.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see the early movements here from Coast. We did see in TSM's game, they had their support start all wards. One of the first times that we've seen it on the new patch.
Yeah.
They didn't get much of an advantage out of it. Level 1's really determined a lot of the first 10 minutes of the game.
It's going to be, we'll have to see where it goes with, right? Do we see 2-on-1 lanes? Do we see the 3-on-1s the jungler's coming in? Do you see the 4-on-1s when the top laner shows up as well? A bunch of things might happen with these guys. Now, as the champions stride onto the rift, let's see who you guys voted to win this one, with 84% of the vote going for Cloud9. Actually, not as high a number as I would have expected for 1 versus 6 in the standings. Coast, a bit more the vote than I would expect.
Yeah, I mean, we did see a lot of tweets. Like, Coast are one of the favorite underdogs. Like, they're a team that, yes, they statistically are a long shot in most matchups, but everyone has a lot of faith in them just because they have very strong individual players that you can rely on. If somebody's going to pull an upset, a lot of people are comfortable with betting on Coast.
What's interesting about Coast as well is, I don't remember the exact number of wins they have, but I know they've only dropped 1 game to a team below them in the standings. They're 7-1 against EG and XTG.
But teams above them.
Yeah, they've beaten, they've taken, I think, 1 game off Curse, and then 1 game off of Dig, and 1 game off TSM. So
see if they can make it 1 off Cloud9.
Yeah, add more to the pool. We'll see where they go. A nice elimination beard on the poster right there, and the game has begun. Cloud9 in blue, Coast in red. C9 all running to the bottom side of the map.
So we will see some sort of interesting level 1 here from Cloud9. They started 1 ward, and they're all looking towards the bottom side. Coast are very wary of this blue base, it seems. A lot of cautionary pings.
They were afraid of the Nexus. They said back out from that one. Apparently they don't want another base race game.
Not yet, guys. Not yet.
You get 1 per season.
Cloud9 charging in, though.
All right, Daydream's going to see C9 heading their way in, 45 seconds in. They invade towards the blue buff. Coast was only running with battle lines right here. And an early ward does come through here for elimination. So that will give these guys the ability to check the buffs. Of course, no sweeper here for Coast. And I always wonder if teams, now that I think 1 ward is fairly standard for, I would say, more than half the games, if a team ever starts sweeper and guesses where the ward comes down.
Yeah, so you can start the 1 ward if you go with that Spell Thieves. However, as you can see with Daydreamin', going with the Ruby Crystal start here, no ward for him. It's very, very, very risky to start a sweeper. I don't think we'll see anybody starting sweepers anytime soon because even though there is that 1 ward you talked about that's fairly common, trinkets don't start till 2 minutes, so sweeping something at 2 minutes, you're already in your lane.
That's true.
Definitely an inefficient trinket to start now, starting with trinkets. Or, I mean, sweepers.
Well, we're going to see Coast walk right into karma damage. The double Q's going to land. A lot of poke as well. The flash, the stun from Balls, not quite going to land, but Zion Spartan has to learn Safeguard at level 1. And Cloud9 own the top jungle.
Worth it right there. Even though Balls blows his flash, they have control over the jungle. This could very well be a 3-buff start. Nintendo's going to run to his blue and then try and go invade the red if he wants to start with 2 here. Cloud9 know this, and they actually can use their duo lane. They position them at mid right now. They can defend that with Meteos.
Wow, Cloud9 might get a 3-buff start. Meteos already steals the red, makes his way across while leaving one of the little lizards up. Nintendo has to know his red is under fire. Meteos already going down to his own red, and of course remember the duo lane nearby enough. Plus, High shoved the bottom lane very early on. Because of all the antics, High was chilling down here most of the time. And there's no way Daydreamin' can show up and like stop the red buff take.
Yeah, Cloud9 are they're a very dynamic team, reacting to how the level 1s turn out. I think that's why they have taken to this new patch very quickly. They're very adaptable and reacting to how well that counter of the invade from Coast went. High does a very good move down there, talking about shoving it. They don't start anything with the classic solo laner starting in the jungle or anything. And they do get a very nice lead here. It will be that 3-buff start. As I said, Meteos goes to take his own red after stealing away Nintendo's.
Yeah. And I know we've talked to a couple of pros about what a 3-buff start means. And it's not that it necessarily puts your jungler super far ahead. Of course, it's very good for them. But it mostly slows the enemy jungler down. Nintendo, still not yet level 3, 3.5 minutes in. That's normally the time you expect the first gank to come in when the buffs are done. Meteos has the level lead right now, has the gold lead overall.
So it does put your jungler ahead. Like that's it definitely puts your jungler ahead. What the point is that it doesn't mean your jungler is going to gank very soon because even though he's ahead, he's spending a lot of time in the jungle taking all 3 buffs. So he will not go with a very early gank because he's going to have to go back to base in a lot of cases. Whereas Nintendo here, since he has so much less jungle, looking for a much earlier gank, trying to relieve some pressure on mid. This is very dangerous, though, because they've already chunked down Shifter. He's at half life.
Daydream's making his way across the map as well. There's no ward to spot him out. The flash, the damage comes through. Shifter with the clone is there. Nintendo on the chase, flashes in. Elimination, one hit from dead. First blood comes in. Sneaky battling Shifter's clone. Wins the fight. Stun comes in from Daydream just to make the roam happen. I gotta say, that's first blood Coast. Nicely done. Yeah,
didn't even need the backup there from Daydreamin'. He does secure the lane, though. So it's a very nice rotation for Coast. The 2 versus 1 down bottom wasn't getting a lot done. Daydreamin' able to make a play at mid. He'll get some extra farm as a support. That's always very helpful because Annie doubles as a mid lane mage.
Ooh, the burst to Wiz Fusion, though, half his health bar down high. Just going to regenerate back up and last hit a few minions. Pretty successful for this man. 21 CS on Gragas. And to be fair, he was in a 1 versus 2. He was set up against Daydream and Wiz Fusion. 21 minions there on him compared to the 4 of Shifter. Very impressive.
Yeah, he was able to shove the lane early, like you said, and then Daydream and Roman pretty early on. Turned it into the 1 versus 1. Gragas lane, pretty easy at clearing out those back lines as well.
The poke still attempted from Sneaky as well. He's going to put as much damage down as he can with the double shot. Zion, Spartan, and Balls still in the fight. Zion, of course, with a couple extra potions, he TP'd into the lane. Keep in mind, Balls has Ignite available if they want to go for a fight, maybe level 6.
They don't need to wait till level 6. They've got a gank in Nintendo, dude.
Double longsword, he's going to be revealed. Balls with the double dash right there. Nintendo with the chase. The Q from Zion. Kill picked up. Coast 2-0.
Great job here, Nintendo. Once again, another good move. Even though he got counter jungled, it sort of put Meteos back in his Season 3 style of jungling. Meteos has been hard farming his own jungle. Even though he got 3 buffs, Nintendo spent his time ganking, and he got 2 lanes ahead here. Balls not having his flash from that level 1 does end up costing them a kill.
Yeah, and incredibly, because of either a little bit of lane tactics, the kills in general, Nintendo's got more gold than Meteos. He's up a longsword right now. You can see 1,700 to 2,000. The counter jungling, unfortunately, not paying off for C9. They're now roaming to the mid lane. Look at these moves from Coast.
Not quite level 6 yet for Evelyn, so he won't have the Agony's Embrace, but the stun goes down.
The Q comes in, no kick for Zion. The flash from Sneaky keeps him alive. It's not going to work out. It is a summoner spell trade, but Engage not going to work here.
Yeah, they committed a lot of resources for that, though, so a little bit of minion kills up top going to waste. Ball still has a nice CS lead, and he's not trying to shove it in. Letting the minions die. He doesn't want to overextend. You know, Renekton usually will not hesitate to shove that in, but since he is against Evelyn and he just got killed, he doesn't want to have to overextend again.
It's worth pointing out, Balls was smart enough to save his flash once he saw the...
I don't think it was up from the level 1.
I thought it was back up in time. Maybe I'm wrong about that. You're right, it probably was still slightly down. I just expected him to have flash right then. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, so just kidding, didn't have it. Ha! Not worth it from the level 1.
Nice pun.
Yeah. What? I'm just missing everything today. Zion, Spartan, level 6 Balls as well. Ulti is available for the Renekton. Ignite as well. Didn't actually have to teleport to get down, so Zion saving his TP for a potential dragon fight later on. And you can see that Balls is forcing Zion away. The Lee Sin forced to be a bit scared. Is maxing Safeguard in lane, by the way. Different from what we'd normally see from him.
Yeah, he doesn't want to fight Balls head-to-head here. Balls holding on to that full bar of Fury. Man, we still have not seen Meteos make a move. He's just going straight level 6. He does have his ulti on Nocturne now. So Nocturne with his ulti plus red buff. Maybe now we will see the first of the moves from Meteos outside the jungle. I mean, who would be good at setting up his gank, though? I mean, Balls is shoved all the way in. Mid is this weird duo where they have no CC for him, and Daydream and Shifter definitely have the burst advantage. So Meteos, he doesn't have, he doesn't have a lot of options here.
Well, the root's going to come through. A bit of damage to the Sneaky. The root's going to land, actually. 1 hit to go. Daydream secures the kill from Shifter. Nintendo waiting for a counter gank if one shows up. Meteos is taking the buffs, fully ignoring the team.
So the LeBlanc Annie new duo meta here for Coast are setting the trend.
Double mage comp.
Remember though, with all of these kills, the gold is still tied. Gotta also remember that minions count a lot. And the kills, a couple of them came out very early, not meaning as much.
Yeah, honestly, the fact that Shifter is still stuck at 34 minions, or as high as completely holding even with Wiz Fusion, is a big one, as well as the 16 minion lead that Balls has, even despite going down early. But Coast takes that kill and their teleport, and they say, we have Dragon Control. Coast's going to take that very quickly. And now they put themselves 800 gold ahead.
Now they've been able to convert, finally, off one of those kills. It was because Cloud9 opted to switch their duo lane, not having a good time going up against Shifter, so they need to get them in a more comfortable area, down bottom, sending Sneaky to try and 1 versus 1 with Wiz Fusion.
Speaking of 1 versus 1, Zion Spartan happy to keep putting the screws to Balls right here. Down to 500 health. If he has QR, it could be a kill. Zion kicks him back. Balls does pop guilty for this, but will have a lot of fury. High shows up as well. Nice ward jump by Zion. He's going to be safe.
Yeah, great job by Zion. It's extra resources up here from Cloud9 going to waste at the moment. Zion didn't even come out of that with a scratch on him. Able to heal back up very quickly with that early max for safeguard.
He clears the wave. Level 2 in the E right here of Tempest Cripple, so still the standard area of effect type build. 1 point in the queue. High taking a bit of poke, and Shifter, a bit of an interesting skill order. 3 in W, 2 in Q here. So he has like a little bit of extra like last hitting ability and poke, but still pretty wave respect.
All right, both junglers converging mid here for a little bit. We might see some action, but let's talk about how this early jungle game is really playing out here. Because even though Meteos is hard farming the jungle, he's not coming out ahead in gold. It's Evelynn with the gank advantage. That's why the meta from Season 3 to Season 4 changed so drastically with all the early game power junglers with high impact ganks, with high dueling capabilities early. Just straight farming the jungle early on is not beneficial for your team overall because the other jungler can just snowball lane after lane.
Well, Meteo's going to look for this one. Elimination will land. The root on the intended Q will land here as well. Ward over the wall. The flash stun for Daydreamin. Elimination's got nowhere to go. Wiz Fusion gets the kill, but Daydreamin will go down. Meteos joins the fight. Shield from the intended. Here comes Zion Spartan. Meteos will go down. Double kill Wiz Fusion. High has to leave his team alone here, but another 2 for 1 for Coast.
Zion teleports down, though, and that's going to mean Balls could shove this lane into the turret. It does not have a lot of damage on it, though, so it should not be an answer for the objective. Just some minion kills lost. Daydreamin. Let's take a look at this flash over. Catches Elimination out, and there's no escape for him. Meteos does answer, but of course that teleport comes in big.
She was going to be aware of this battle with High. Nice dash. Still going to hit with the explosive cask, but gets him out of range. High going to start bullying out his lane opponent with a 30 minion lead. He's up a Chalice in this matchup right here, even with Shifter getting some kill credits.
At 2 versus 1, while Shifter was able to get some kills, or some assists at least, adding all that burst damage, he definitely suffered in CS. So High is pretty happy now with the switchback.
And you can see the AD carry is also in a similar situation. Never mind, Wiz Fusion just went back to buy. It was BF sword for both of them. Now it's Bloodthirster, so the Coast AD carry looking pretty happy with this one. Zion Spartan all around the map, trying to roam down after shoving top. Looks for High. He's got the kick, puts him into the walls. The flash from High keeps him safe, though. Good move on both sides.
All right, bottom lane also has taken this opportunity to shove in, trying to get some extra damage on the turret. They're being converged on here. 3-man move from Team Coast. Daydreamin with stun available.
He's going to find Sneaky for this
little
damage
early
on. Tibbers is not available, but he's chasing down, trying to get another stun charged up. Mid lane turret goes down. Sneaky still takes damage. The root from Elimination forcing Daydreamin back. There's going to be nothing really picked up here, but the mid lane's still under fire.
Good counter there by Cloud9. Trying to get some extra turret damage in response. Nintendo basically just spent all that time roaming down bottom, did not gain anything for it. This river is a crucial point for Cloud9 to start warding because Daydreamin is running back and forth here, over and over.
Tibbers the dash in, the burst from High though. Does some good damage on the backside. Now Meteos on the run, forced a flash away from Zion Spartan's Q. Gonna be another kill for Coast. The roaming, so fierce from this team.
C9 have to get vision back around this river. I mean, Coast are running back and forth, up and down, making plays all over the place on the bottom side of the map. This is one of the few times where Cloud9 are at a disadvantage as far as ward coverage is concerned. Coast are doing a magnificent job.
And it's worth pointing out, though, that, and I know you mentioned this earlier, but Cloud9 completely equal in gold despite all of that. Big burst on his fusion. He's a hit from dead, has to get away. Sneaky almost lands the key with a stun lance. Nintendo shows up. Barrier pop by Sneaky. No flash, one hit to go. Nintendo grabs the kill. The turret under fire.
Sneaky overreaches there. It will cost them not only a death, but also a turret for Team Coast, so they are able to get a gold lead here. Now, that being said, these kills that Coast are getting are starting to get close to bounties. And Cloud9 could regain a lot of that gold once Nintendo and Wiz Fusion hit those bounties.
Yeah, one's going to be the blue buff going to high right here. Meteos did take the second one. Gives me the third to his teammate now that he's in the mid lane right here. Zion Spartan will actually be grabbing his team's red buff as well, wanting to battle up against balls. But the mid lane is going to, or sorry, the top lane is going to reset. Dragon's up to 25 seconds, but Zion will not have the teleport available for this. So will it be a 4v4? Will they force the rotation? We'll see if Dragon forces much in the recent future. Near future.
Very dangerous to force it, because even though Shifter's down in CS, he's got that needlessly large rod, so he definitely has the power that he needs behind his burst potential. Even though he was denied a lot of CS from that 2 vs 1, he is a force to be reckoned with, so 4 vs 5 could change that situation. Cloud9, they know the teleport is down, looking to force this Dragon, calling balls very early here. Watch again for Daydreamin. His Tibbers is available, there's no flash, but he's had very, very good stuns thus far in the game. If Daydreamin can set that up, they've got plenty of damage to follow up his CC. The only thing Team Coast are really lacking is tank stats. So they're really relying on the initiative and that crowd control so they don't have to take much damage in return.
We'll see if they can find the pick right here. Some wards are available. They see Ball's elimination. High waiting in the wings. Now he's spotted as well. They know Cloud9 are grouped up. Zion looks like he's going to recall back and head around the lanes. Meteos just getting away one of the traps. Ravenous Hydra and Ninja Tabby done for Zion Spartan. He's got a big item lead over Balls right now. We'll see if he can turn that into much. He's going to run down towards the top lane. Okay, so Coast happy to slow it down for a bit and play the map a bit more. Cloud9 looking to play the mid lane with all 5 members, though. Here they go. We'll see if the siege can begin right here. Zion pulled back down to defend.
Daydreamin, flash back available.
And he's got distortion boots now, which means roughly 3-minute flash cooldown for the rest of this game. A little bit more than that, but close enough.
Because, you know, Annie is this great initiation tool for your team. However, she is also a liability because she spends so much money on mobility with the boots and then upgrading boots and then also making talisman that she's very, very squishy. If you can land some sort of poke on her, like even a barrel combo from high would take Daydreamin pretty much out of the fight. So definitely looking to try and poke him down before it starts, but they don't get a chance.
Flash on a Sneaky, big damage comes in. Shifter finds the kill, and in comes Zion in the back lines. Here comes the dives past the turret, though. Kill for Balls so far. Meteos there as well. Zion's going to find the kill onto Karma. Meteos actually in a bad spot. He's going to be going down. Nintendo. Double kill comes in high. Very low. Great explosive cast, but still goes down. Triple kill Shifter. Zion flashed the chase down Balls. Half HP on Renekton. Here comes Shifter as well. The chase still for Lee Sin. Balls does not have many places to go. Gets slowed down. Finally succumbs to his fate. Going to give the kill away to Shifter. 5-0-2 on the block. And now Dragon is going to be coached.
They are just not respecting Daydreamin this time around. Daydreamin, again, starts it off, and Shifter, as we said, he's got the damage to follow up any sort of CC. So they immediately take Sneaky out of the fight, plus Cloud9 are behind the turrets. There's nothing that they can do to win this fight at that point, and it's a very clean ace for Team Coast. Daydreamin just all over this map today, making the plays.
Wow, so 12-2 in kills now. Daydreamin giving his team 8 of those in this one. Shifter being a part of 7. Also Nintendo stepping up 2-0-6 on him. Gotta say, this is a very different Coast from what we've been seeing. Just level of control everywhere. Early game's been good. Objective control's been great. Everybody's been, heck, I don't want to say completely winning their lanes because I know High had a better job than Shifter in the 1v2s, but they're playing around that so well.
Yeah, I mean, Nintendo did not hesitate once his second buff was stolen. You can see that it isn't that big of a deal. He went for the ganks. Because he's Evelyn, those ganks are a lot easier, to be fair, but he was successful in the first couple ganks, got right back in the game, And Team Coast are doing a great job here. Now they just need to retain control. They have great ward coverage so far.
Yeah.
What really has been the problem for them, though, is finishing out games.
Yeah. I mean, you heard Scar in the morning. He said, yeah, Coast are winning the games up to the point where they lose.
Yeah, this is exactly what he was talking about.
This is Coast right here, according to Scara.
Yeah.
I gotta say, this start against Cloud9 is just incredibly impressive, though. 4,000 gold right here, 20 minutes in. Meteos comes in onto his Wiz Fusion, gonna jump over the perfect flash by Meteos, though. The fear is on. Wiz Fusion's gonna accept his fate. Down he goes. Well played, Cloud9 jungler.
Meteos definitely coming up big there, but it is just a solo kill. They don't get any extra gold off of it.
Next time I put a Nocturne, I'm going to mind game 90 caliber net and just stand by a wall. Hope he flashes over. That'd be the play. See if we can do it. Right now, though, the mid lane under fire. Mid turret does go down. Cloud9 with the turret lead on this game. Meteos split pushing on the bottom as well. 2-2-1 on him. Nintendo looking for a bit of something to do, but this could be a bit aggressive for Coast. They're going to back off of this one. Meteos still pushing, though, rather quickly. This turret's going to go down just to Meteos.
He heard us. It was like, yes, my kill will not be just a kill. I'm grabbing a turret for it as well. High using his ult for damage, as was recommended per Scara.
Bit of damage. Sneak is going to be fine. Shield's all right. You know, if he shielded balls, he would have gotten there.
All right, so they are looking to cut him off here, though. Zion does get around. Can he delay them long enough? Nintendo's in the area.
Look for the ult. 3-man there. AoE shield comes in from Lemonation. Is it going to be enough? Bit of damage still comes through. Zion into the back lines. Looks for Lemon down to half. Nintendo's shield has timed out. Shifter goes in. Burst on the Lemon. Gets it with the skill shot. E. One kill picked up. Dominating now. 6-0-2.
Shifter is so good.
Yeah, he is.
Following up that chase, Zion and Nintendo both do a great job of slowing down Cloud9, but not committing fully. They do not get caught. You see, as soon as the tether came out, he backs off here. Nintendo just gets the shield down. A little bit of slow here then from Zion. They trade off the slows by just enough time for Shifter to thread the needle here. Barely getting it. And once you cast the chain, by the way, it doesn't matter how far away you go, it will still go the full length.
Yeah.
It's an extendo chain.
It's like the thrashes when someone's like dashing away while it hooks as well.
Yeah.
Goes super far. It's going to work out here. 13-3 now. 3,000 gold for Coast. Cloud9 has brought back 1K so far in this game. The respawns all come in, and mid lane a little bit under pressure, but Shifter's going to back off right here. Looks like Coast will take some time to plan their next move. They're not really the team to go and look for sieges anyway. It's, hey, let's stretch the map out.
They're one for a split-pushing Lee Sin.
Yeah.
That's much more their speed here. Plus, his teleport's coming right back up.
Yeah.
So, Coast going back to their patented strategy here, letting Zion do what he does best.
And speaking of Zion, as far as the one-on-one matchup versus Balls goes, he's starting to excel right there. Has brought the minion lead back to plus 20 for Zion. He's also had 2 kills and 5 assists, meaning that he's just stronger in the one-on-one. High getting caught a bit, though. Tendude forced back. Going to be safe in this one. Looks like Balls will show up for this turret. Down to about 2/3. Zion's got to be careful here. He's taking a fair bit of damage, kind of ignoring.
Wait for the minion wave, I believe.
All right, minion wave finally comes in. Takes very little damage, but takes a long time to leave range right here. Ignite comes in. Might have been up more than he could do. Jumps to a ward, kicks him back. Zion Spartan. Looks like he will survive. Trades a couple of cooldowns.
So he's just baiting out cooldowns there and then getting low. He was not just waiting for the minion wave to go back. Dangerman does get chucked down. That's the combo.
That is not where he wanted to be. Down goes Annie. Cloud9 now looking like they're going to keep pushing forward. Bottom lane and him under fire. Meteos split pushing all game.
What?
It's working quite nicely.
What?
Zion's got to be careful.
Meteos is able to get all the way into the base up here unnoticed. Shifter now on the run. What has happened to this game?
Has to flash over the wall. He got very low ignite with her as well. Jumps back over. He is safe, but Cloud9 making a lot of individual plays themselves. Largely Meteos. He's actually had the best score so far of his team. Least deaths, most kills.
Meteos has 159 farm. We're talking about him going back to that Season 3 style.
There it is.
He was not deterred by the early game. I mean, going back to his old ways here.
I mean, he's going all the way back, though. He's got Zerk Grease. He's got Yomu's Ghost Blade. I'm thinking towards another Brutalizer maybe with this long sprint on this one. Meteos. He's basically the Zion Spartan of C9 right now. He's out by himself doing all the moves.
He does not have teleport, though, and he does not have the ability to ward hop, so it is more dangerous when he commits for these. That's why Cloud9 have shored up this entire blue side of the jungle with a whole bunch of vision wards to allow him to do that.
Wow. Flash from Daydream, afraid of highest damage output, just the Q barrel, though. Wasn't even the explosive cast.
If he was able to follow that up with a combo, like I said, it could easily be a burst down for Annie. Very fragile champion.
Zion's part not in the best spot. Has to ward jump, is still going to get feared. He will walk slowly away and stay alive in this one, but Dragon going to Cloud9, putting them back within only 600 gold here, the mid game. Nicely going to Cloud9 right here, finding objective after objective. And remember, bot inhibitor is turretless.
Daydream has got to be careful. This is where he was caught out last time. Wandering around with no flash and very low defensive stats. As I said, it's a great offensive tool, but you have to have the initiative. You have to be the one starting off your play.
Daydream going to hightail it out of there. High. They just traded wards real quick. It's a bit dangerous. Barrel comes through. Doesn't dodge it. It's a third of his health bar from a basic ability.
Next time, he's dead.
Pretty much.
All right, four-man squad hope. They want to get the stun down.
Oh, Daydream is one hit from gone. He has to leave this fight now.
Yeah.
No fight attempt here for Coast. Looks like Meteos and Zion Spartan are going to square off in the bottom lane right here. Zion stays alive. Equal level between these two. You're seeing wave clear from Meteos. The smite helping with that one. Minions dying from Zion Spartan's side.
Now, Meteos is on Nocturne, so he can go maybe a quarter of the map with his ulti to try and join a team fight. But it is no teleport, so the Cloud9 team would have to be at mid lane if they wanted Meteos to join them at all. I think they're just going to keep him down here with Zion and make sure Zion does not get a turret.
Yeah, well, Coast seed another turret, though. It's now a gold lead for Cloud9. Pretty much the first of the game. Nintendo's got to be careful. Haste comes in from Elimination. He's going to hightail it out of there. But ward control.
He just goes around Zion from the back here. They also have High coming in. They might actually chase this one down. Zion does not have a sight stone. He was only relying on a single ward.
Oh, the ulti's pop. Here comes the Fear Tether as well. Zion flashes away, does get just barely out of range. But you can see how well Meteos wins that fight.
They've got him scared off too. He's going to have to go back and heal now with no teleport. Cloud9 have a slight advantage on the map.
Yeah, Zion going far away before he starts the recall. Does not want to get chased back down. He will, unless he gets completely blind gassed. No, he's going to be fine. He's going to get back. High now owns the blue buff, though. Cloud9 have completely pulled themselves back into this game from a 9-kill deficit. Cloud9's map control has just shown up right here. They've got more gold. They've got more turrets.
Well, because Cloud9, because Coast have Zion as their tankiest member, and he's usually split pushing right now, they're really looking for picks. That's why they put so much money into wards around this Baron. You can tell they were trying to hover around here with the Annie LeBlanc combo, looking for somebody to stun up and burst down. Since they weren't able to get anyone, it was actually Meteos coming out ahead down on bottom that allowed Cloud9 to go and steal that blue buff. Small win for them, but there's still plenty of vision here for Coast.
See what they look for in this one. Coast still trying to get their way back in. We just have not seen a good engage in probably 12 minutes or so from Team Coast. They've been giving away the map so far. 300 gold. Zion looks for the flank on Meteos. Has a red elixir. Really wants to fight. Spell shield comes down. A little bit of damage. The double Q comes out. Zion feared, though. Means that Meteos is safe on this battle. But that's a half-health Nocturne.
Yeah, he's got to worry about that turret, too. If he's not going to instantly go back to Bound to Heal, Zion can look for some more action under this turret.
Going to try again. Fear Tether comes out once more. It's going to be Blade of the Ruin King, the attempted build for Meteos. The Fear doing so much, though. It's going to be the miss on the Q. He waits out the spell shield, puts down the abilities. The flash from Meteos wants to stay alive. The ulti comes out, picks up the kill, but High got to knock him away. Shut down. Actually goes because of the red buff to Meteos. The dual kill did come through, though, for Zion.
So he turned on his ulti, but since Zion was already right next to him, Zion could still see him. And there was no point in just trying to run away with his ulti on. That's why he used it for damage there. Try and make sure that Zion does go down. Otherwise, if he was able to flash away and gain just that little bit of distance, he could keep his ulti on. trying to use that Fog of War to escape and let High clean up the kill.
Yeah. Ended up being a 1-for-1, but some extra gold did go Cloud9's way to the shutdown as well as the assist pool. So Ghost still trying to make their way back in. 600 gold deficit for these guys. Killing away the jungle, seeing what they can do now that Meteos has respawned on the map, but doesn't have Paranoia for a few seconds. Blade of the Ruin King is done, though, for the Cloud9 jungler. Balls has the full tank duties right there. You can see Sunfire, plus a Thornmail, plus Spectre's Cowl.
Teleport in, they're going to rush down this Baron. They have complete vision control once again. They've been able to clear everything out, but Balls just face checks it.
Level 13 is going to be the jump in for Zion Spartan. The Karma, though, putting the damage through Balls. Only level 13 to Zion 17. Cloud9, their entire team's been grouped together for the most part this game. High still trying to wrest control.
Because Cloud9 have funneled most. Oh, there it is!
The flash stun, the damage in towards High. He's going to survive. Balls goes in the front line. There's the dive towards Wiz Fusion. Has to run away. Barrier's on. Down goes Meteos, though. The most part member of C9 is dead. Nintendo has very few places to go. He's trying to run away. The flash from Sneaky picks up the kill on the backside, though. 1-for-1 this fight.
They're going to take this 2 minions right here and not go up to the inhibitor turret. Actually retreat back to Dragon. They've got that one time, even though Meteos is down, calling out the change of targets. What a flash from Daydream, and not only does he get into range and stun High, but he also avoids the ulti there. It was a good call from High to go for that, but that's the drawback of going full damage Nocturne right there. He dove into the back line. 4 members around him, and he instantly take him down.
Yeah, one thing I actually saw as well was that Daydreamin almost saved Nintendo's life. He stunned High right as the first barrel came out,
yeah.
so High couldn't detonate it, and it was actually up to Sneaky's flash to take the kill down onto Evelyn, but of course it still meant a lead for Cloud9. Trading kills, but plus a Dragon puts them now 2,000 gold ahead. It's getting bigger and bigger.
This 2-man Baron that's going on, though. Very sneaky over the wall. Zion was able to get in just through a ward. This ward from Cloud9 makes them feel safe. They've got a peak ward on the outside, so they didn't see any member of Coast walk into the Baron pit. However, they've done a very, very good job of going over the back here. Cloud9 think that Coast are just looking for more picks.
Oh my gosh, they haven't seen Zion in forever, but it's not going to matter too much. The damage comes through. Zion's part of the rest of the damage nearly gets knocked in the ward vision, but that goes down. Cloud9 losing control. The ward comes over. And they're like,
we've been hacked.
Sneaky Coastites.
Who stole the Baron?
Coast did.
There you go.
Saw the rest of them.
Yeah, so Junkerless Baron right there from Team Coast. Very bold. Able to pull it off with Wiz Fusion and Zion coming up pretty big. Cloud9 tricked themselves. No actual vision inside of the pit, so you have to be very careful when there's a team like this that can jump walls so easily.
Very impressive stuff for these guys. Meteos, you just see how fast he kills the jungle, though. Those things take like 3 seconds total. High, still in control of this blue buff, though. Honestly, Cloud9, despite the Baron down, they have not even stopped trying to own the map right there. Blue buff, again, is theirs on Coast's side of the map. Coast might try to group up for the fight. I mean, at this point, Baron buff is worth a good couple thousand gold. They should be the stronger team in stats on the map right now.
Really, Cloud9 have to worry about the initiations from Daydream and the flanks from Nintendo. It's pretty much the big 2 that they have to watch out for. They've got decent pink ward coverage in both pixel bushes in the river.
See what I can do with this one. Still down the 9 kills. High still wave clearing. So they're taking their time with this one. I suppose at this point it makes sense. They're waiting on Baron buff for timeout. Thornmail does for Zion, though. He still wants to fight Balls, wants to fight Meteos, wants to fight Sneaky.
A bit more up to I really like what Daydream is doing with his build here. After he's got all this mobility, spent everything on the boots and the upgrade and the talisman, he's going for a Banshee's Veil because he knows that's the biggest threat to him. Being chunked down by Gragas, as I said, the combo can take him out of the fight, and they really need him to be able to pull off that initiation. His flash is back up. It's a very real possibility once again. He has to time it very well with Nintendo, though. They can get that Agony's Embrace down at the same time as Tibbers. It will be a very good combo for Team Coast, and Shifter can choose his target.
And Shifter is 7-0-2 and has 3 completed gigantic offensive items. Like, someone's gonna get one shot by him pretty much. Unless he gets blocked by Banshee's Veil, so that's the guy to watch out for. I feel like we haven't seen him much like in the fights, but like when he shows up, he just like immediately destroys someone. But like Shifter's not the one making the plays, but he's following up on the ones opened up by his team. Zion already level 18. Only one in the game actually hit that level right here, so he's hit the biggest power spike he can hit.
That's what split pushing will do for you. As you can see, Cloud9, they have a similar situation.
Wow, WizFusion, one hit from dead. Tibbers flashed away by High. Damage comes through to Zion. He's going to be a little bit too aggressive here. Damage comes through. Zion, not in a good spot, kicks one back, but he's going to go down to Sneaky. That is not a good thing for Coast, but for Cloud9, it's great.
What can they grab with this? What can they grab, though? They know Tibbers is down, Flash is down. The biggest, most fed member of Team Coast is dead. They're running straight up the middle right now. Exposed inhibitor, though. If you run straight up mid and then swing over to the bottom, I think that they would be able to get that inhibitor before Zion actually respawns. However, they've got Meteos split pushing. Wants extra farm on him.
Yeah, he's going to be powering up. He's level 18 now himself as well. Hex Drinker in the inventory has been there for a while. Shifter wave clearing. Looks like C9 not going to quite get to the inhibitor turret on this wave. It's going to give enough time for Zion Spartan to revive them. Nintendo breaks the Banshee's Veil with Q. Smart little move there. High's going to find some poke, though. You can see how effective that is with 3 items. Wow! Down goes Lemonation. And Coast look to go in on this one. Daydreamer looks for the stun. Not going to find it. Nintendo, not a good spot. Pop Seal flashes out. Here comes Nocturne. This is going to be a little bit rough. We'll see if they can do it in the hidden force back. Daydreamer low is Fusion. Force a flash away. Burst from Shifter. Everyone is actually still alive in this one. Blocked by balls from the ulti. Now Zion looks for a bit. He's going to teleport
deep here.
Behind C9. Shifter going in as well. The retreat pings come in. He is there. Q's not going to land. Kicks balls in. The explosion. Legendary Shifter. Balls in High on the run. Zion, can he find the damage? Gets in a melee range. Lands the Q. Puts the slow down as well. Huge damage. High's going to go down. Coast find a 3-for-1 overall.
And now it's their turn to run up the middle. They can get another turret and answer here. WizFusion still at full life. They can take this Caitlyn. Okay.
The auto attack. Okay. He made sure to auto attack and it sealed the deal.
He threads in every little bit of damage. Even though Nintendo gets knocked out, brings Meteos in here. The full tank or the full damage Nocturne doesn't get a lot of auto attacks off. Even though he has a whole bunch of damage stacked up, it doesn't mean a lot because he only gets like 3 auto attacks off and then instantly dies.
And will they push in? Now the inhibitor under fire. It's a bit of a 4 versus 3. They're going to get enough damage in. And he is forced to run away, but he's going to survive. Team Coast grabbing a cheer from the audience. 2,000 gold lead. Dead inhibitor. Dragon is up. Baron's in a minute 45.
I love these late game Coast games. They're extremely exciting.
They're explosive.
So Shifter going to go. Oh! It comes to from Meteos.
WizFusion has nowhere to go, nor does Nintendo. Meteos pops the Youmu's, but that's a Shifter.
All right, that's what happens when he gets more than 2 auto attacks off.
Yeah.
WizFusion dead.
Hurts a bit to make that one happen. So, yeah, GA for WizFusion might not be the worst idea, but he's still building towards Infinity Edge. Cloud9 make their move forward. Looks like he'll kill off. That took like 2 auto attacks and a smite. There's so much damage here. Meteos, oh, he's not going to get the blue buff for himself. That will go to High later on, but they're pushing towards this open inhibitor on the bottom side. 23 seconds until Coast AD carry respawns. High still owns the blue. Couple of wards here. They see C9, but
this is like the most powerful point for Gragas too. He's got the trifecta of items, and now he's dead!
That's all it takes. Shifter finds the kill over the wall, and the Ascension is used. Nintendo, he's going to look for the ulti. Can he get in? The haste comes out. Lemonation going to keep the team alive.
Shifter, once again, coming up with a huge pick. He's 10-0.
Yeah.
Now, you talked about him mostly following up on plays.
Not anymore.
The last couple times he's been making his own plays, but he just needed his team to help him get some extra money, and then he uses that money very well. This is why they get Shifter fed.
EFGQR in the
Where's the autos? He didn't put autos in that time.
Nope. Didn't need it that time.
Didn't need them.
High almost dodged that chain, though. He actually turned back into it ever so slightly.
He's not going to be back up for this Baron, though, so that kill from Shifter, pretty much earning them a Baron.
Yeah. Well, High does have a Negatron cloak, but he's not going to grab himself home guard boots. Coast going to burst this one down. High respawns, and the whole team of Coast looking for their second Baron of the game. I assume they got the Dragon back there as well, and down it goes. 20, well, just still 2,000 gold for Coast right here. Dragon 2 of 5, Baron 2 of 2, though. And they're about to equalize out on the map as well. They're only 1 turret down. And of course, mid inhib is still dead as well. They're looking top lane.
This is a game where Coast have more than twice as many kills as Cloud9, yet it still is extremely close. I feel like I'm losing my mind in SuperWeek, but this is going to be a great way to close it out here. Coast are sticking tough with their 5-man squad here, even though Meteos can easily take this inhibitor, especially with all the damage. Coast can easily go for a dive.
A little bit of burst, not too much gets landed though. The push in comes through to the top lane. Inhibitor turret Zion taking a bit of damage in this one. Good burst coming out. Down below half HP, has to dodge away from the QFI.
Okay, now can they keep Coast in their sights, not let any members of Coast recall?
Yeah, Meteos pushing down the bottom lane inhibitor so quickly, making the plays all by himself. That's going to die. Yomu's Ghostblade helping with that one. Down's the inhibitor. Mid inhib still down for now, but should be respawning soon. Minions in the base.
Flash. They were able to keep vision of Coast long enough for Meteos to get the inhibitor, and he faked his back here in the fog of war. They're still wondering if Coast are actually going to go for it, and they do.
Meteos is going to look for the Nexus turrets here, though. If they can get enough, Legion is going to find the sun. High gets Mikhail's, though. Shifter finds not enough damage to take anyone down, and Coast have to run away. Meteos will close the game out by himself.
Oh, he's looking to. Balls is on the hunt. He's trying to keep vision. He's denying the backs.
Who's going to get away from this one? Daydream is going to get a recall in the brush. Zion's part about to get found by Balls, but can Shifter burst him out. They're going to look for the damage, going to get rid of Renekton, but in hit. Nexus turret number 1 is gone. Nexus turret number 2. Shifter burst away. Meteos trying to close the game by himself, putting Cloud9 on his back. And the 4-4-2 Meteos takes down the Nexus.
Well, wow.
Well, that's a way to win a game. The last one of your season, or the split at the very least.
I'm pretty happy about that one.
Meteos with the MVP vote.
So, yeah, he did all the damage to the structure, but Meteos had the easy job there. It was the rest of Cloud9 that had the tough job. It was their job to keep vision of Coast, keep them interested while not dying in a 4 versus 5 situation against a 10-0 Shifter, and they pulled it off. So, MVP to the rest of Team Cloud9, I have to say. Meteos did all the damage. He did all the damage, but the rest of Cloud9 were the ones with the strategic play defending the